Welcome to the treasure trove of folk tales, a magical collection of stories that have inspired generations. Embark on a mythical journey with heroes, fairies, and enchanting creatures, opening the door to a world of imagination and emotion.
The Story of Three Apples. Once upon a time, during the reign of the just and powerful king Harun al-Rashid, one day the king felt bored, so he ordered his vizier Jafar to take his guards and tour the capital Baghdad to investigate the people and entertain himself. While wandering, Vizier Jafar happened to discover a man digging on the banks of the Tigris River. The man's face was sad, as if he was hiding a pain. When Jafar approached and asked, the man just sighed and replied, "I am looking for 3 apples." 3 apples? That surprised the vizier. The man began to tell a strange story that even made Jafar shiver, not believing his ears. Some time ago, the man's wife fell seriously ill. Despite being poor, he still took care of her with all his heart and bought her medicine. One day, the wife whispered that she only wanted to eat 1 apple, not an ordinary apple, but a rare apple that only grew in the king's royal garden. Without hesitation, the husband hurriedly crossed the forest and stream, traveling several days to enter the palace, kneeling down to beg the guards and officials. Finally, thanks to his loyalty and love for his wife, he was granted 3 precious apples. Returning home happily, he gave each one to his wife as if it were a treasure. However, a few days later, while he was at the market, he unexpectedly met a slave trader holding an apple identical to his own. When he asked to buy it, the slaver sneered and said that he had just stolen it from a young woman, his wife. Overwhelmed with pain, he rushed home and questioned her. The wife swore that she had not betrayed him, but in a fit of blind jealousy, he killed his wife in a fit of rage. He then hid the body in an ancient wooden chest and threw it into the Tigris River. The story did not end there. One day, his young son accidentally said that he had taken one of the 3 apples to play with and dropped it on the street, where the slave had picked it up. Hearing this, the father was speechless. Deeply remorseful, he returned to the place where he had dumped his wife's body to search for her body, hoping to give her a proper burial and atone for his mistake. That was why he was digging by the river. The Grand Vizier Jafar, after hearing the story, could not hold back his tears. When he returned to report to King Harun al-Rashid, he was also deeply moved and forgave his poor husband. However, the king ordered that if Jafar did not find the slave who had indirectly caused the tragedy within 3 days, he would be beheaded. So the Grand Vizier Jafar embarked on a breathless search. But strangely enough, it was by chance, luck, and loyalty that Jafar found the slave. The slave was dealt with appropriately, and the man, now too miserable, was pardoned by the king. While King Harun al-Rashid was still pondering the fragility of fate, Scheherazade bowed her head slightly, her eyes shining with a mysterious look. "Your Majesty, if you allow me, I will continue to tell you an even more thrilling story about a young woman who was murdered in a heartbreaking mystery, and her husband, who had to face the cruel truth to the end. Would you like to hear that story?"
The tale has come to an end, yet the magic of these legends lives on in your heart. Keep dreaming and spreading the wonder.